after 1 quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Pass to Holland. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And we're now about a minute into this 2nd quarter of play. Now here's Wallace. Outside, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And it's Isaiah Stewart with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Thunder with a lead. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Pass to Joe. Wallace outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wallace. Launches it. And Cunningham pulls it down. And the Pistons with possession here. Nothing on offense from them yet in this 2nd quarter.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Stolen by Caruso. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Harris. Pass to Wallace. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
When you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside, it can add some spunk to your team.
Inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Thunder. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the right side. Joe with the ball. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. And it's Joe penetrating. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the 3. The Pistons trailing. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the free throw, no good.
As of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Screen by Holmgren. To the middle. Stolen by Thompson. Cunningham, left side. To the inside. Out to Thompson. for three. Hardaway drops in the three.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And here comes the break. And he lobs it up. Oh, stolen by Harris. Fast break. Here we go. Outside Hardaway. Driving in. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 51 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Wallace. Over to the left wing. Down low. Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man. And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Wallace's shot is good. Pistons trail up by 4. Now Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. Can they get it? And again, no good by Detroit. With 4 on the clock. He shoots again. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be back in a moment. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. Harris outside. Back to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. And the slam dunk by Thompson. Oklahoma City leading by 4. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Here's Williams. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Pistons trail up by 4. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere. Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
To the left wing. A 3 from Holmgren. That doesn't go either for Holmgren. A tight one here in Detroit. Here's Thompson. Oh, Williams with the block.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Drilled from 11 feet out. Cunningham's got 11 points.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham dropping in the jumper.
Outside, Williams. Hartenstein a screen. Back to Dort. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game.
Back to Cunningham for the tie. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's a slick move from Cade Cunningham, luring the defender in and getting himself fouled.
And the first one at the line is good. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
B.A., I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Pistons trail by 3. Here's Ivy. Wiggins with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein. And stolen by Stewart. Here's Holland. And the layup is good off the glass.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the lob. Got a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Holland. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end.
Williams from long range. A rebound by Detroit. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good. Stewart.
Shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with the aggressive play.
Yep, that one's good. Wiggins has got his first basket. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's Holland. Sweet little floater. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander sends it home from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by just 2.
46.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And here's Ivy. Pass to Holland. Back to Ivy. Oh, he tries a 3. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder with a lead. To the inside. Here's Holland. Back to Stewart. To the paint. Now Fontecchio. Outside Schroeder. Down low. Holland can't hit. Pass to Caruso. Here's Wallace. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
To the inside. Here's Stewart. Oh, Williams with the block. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Wiggins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Harris.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Pistons trail by 11. Thompson outside. Pass to Cunningham. They need this. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Oklahoma City now. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Williams. The three. Here's Harris. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Up top, Hartenstein. Good D by Duren. Time running out for the Pistons. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City from the arc. The rebound by Detroit. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Cunningham outside. Harris outside. No good from outside.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Williams on the wing. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Back to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Misses the three.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often. Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Thunder.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And as most people predicted,